So, hi everybody. We are here with Gabriel, and he created a story using Torvi, and we are getting ready to premiere that. Tell me about tell me about how you came up with the story and your use of Torvi.
Yeah, so basically I started around it was on June, I think, and there was a period was the Lupus Day. Do you know what is lupus? What kind of disease it is?
N- yes, actually, yeah, but for the audience, we can go ahead and tell them that as well.
So basically it's an autoimmune disease that is life-threatening. And it was all over the news and looking around, and I also got some information about it. And it was hard. You hear about all these stories about people struggling with it, and about how hard it is to live with that disease, because sometimes you are perfectly fine, sometimes you're totally good, and sometimes you're just on the ground.
Hmm.
And it's really hard for people to perceive it.
Right.
So I was like, wow, it's like very nice. And sometimes just with words, it's very hard to explain what really people feel. So yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, maybe I can kind of like come up with a story. But the problem is that I've never really animated anything. So I mean, I have a totally different background, and thinking about creating a movie or an animation was just so far,
Right.
like totally, it's like never
Absolutely.
done it. And then I start thinking about it. I look around and I look at some software also that were for animation, and basically then I stumble upon Tvori. I look at it, I get in touch with the team that are really active, and then manage to basically
Yeah.
get a copy of the game and start playing with it. I mean, I tell you, I had no idea. And the moment that basically there, what you can do is that you just have a puppet, and you can kind of like move the puppet, and the movement of the puppet end up being what you will actually see.
Yes.
Uh, and then you can create also your own scene. You can put trees, you can put bushes, and you can add shapes, so you can create your whole set.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
The team was really good. They helped you with figuring it out because that Torvi it is a process to learn. So what was your process of learning Torvi like? Like how long did it take you to pick up on the different processes of it?
look, that's a very good question, because I think that the moment you start learning something new, it's like what you want is that VR kind of like makes it easier for you instead of making it harder,
Right.
right? And that was what possible with it, because the things were
Absolutely.
really intuitive. So I'll tell you, the whole shooting of the whole thing took 30 hours. But after the first 5 or 6 hours,
Hmm.
I was already able to animate. And if you think how long it takes to kind of like get really
Hmm.
start to making the first basic things
Hmm.
with like other animation program like Maya or maybe others, I think that within 5 hours, I think that's really amazing. And on top of it, you mentioned also about the team. Indeed, that was also like a great interaction with them, because look, I mean, I have no affiliation. I want to say they're not paying me anything to do this. It's really like out of sheer love for the platform.
Yes.
They were really responsive and say, hey, man, sorry, I really have a bug here with the Vive. Huh? Really? 2 days later, the bug was fixed.
Oh
Because
wow.
it was really this interaction with them. Yes, yes. I mean, I tell you, it was absolutely great experience, and we are still working together on small things and try to figure things out, because they are really busy and they really want to improve it. They have a lot of things on the pipeline, and a lot is coming, I believe.
That's really important too, especially for to be so it sounds to me like they're putting their users first, and that's very important for any kind of technology. So what's the name of your story?
My the name is a Lupus Butterfly,
Lupus
and
Butterfly.
basically describe. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. And the reason for the name is that one of the main symptoms of the disease is basically developing this kind of like purple rashes on
Hmm.
the faces that is shaped like a butterfly. So
Awesome.
that was the reason for calling it like that.
So are you ready to check it out? All
Absolutely.
right.
Let's go.
Awesome. So that was really, really good. So very beautiful story. So, so who do you know that's living with lupus? Did you say earlier?
W- Well, what I've done is basically I don't know anyone personally,
Oh, okay.
and despite basically once I was reading about the disease, I was like, wow, this really has something has to be told. And then the moment you see that, indeed, uh, it's really widespread apparently. So like
Oh,
a
that's
lot of people have
incredible.
it, and yeah, yeah, indeed.
That's incredible. So you just did this. Yeah. So this is a really good example of how virtual reality can be used for good. You created a story for to bring awareness to this disease using virtual reality.
But especially another thing that I want to add on this is that also allows people that don't have any clue sometimes with what anything that they've done before, it's to do something. Like, I mean, I would have never thought that would be possible to animate.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm not an animator. I mean, I always love to tell stories, maybe in different settings, but a total like short movie is something very different, and that's where kind of like VR can come in. Let's where people like the team at Tvori can really like push this and create and enable people to tell story that otherwise would have never been told.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for letting me premiere your story. I appreciate it. It was it was a pleasure meeting you. And yeah, so and if people want to see your story for on their own, how will they find you? What is your are you on YouTube? You're on YouTube. Is the stories on YouTube, right?
Yes, I'm on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, indeed, it's on YouTube, and I also have my own website for other purposes. It's www.grtalk.net. You can also check it there.
Awesome. And I will share those links also in the post as well. So they'll be able to find that. It was a
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I love the story. I love what you're doing. Make more. Make so many more.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Laura. Bye
Awesome.
bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.